This is what this trip is about, or one of the things this trip's about is this kind of scenery. And when my back starts to hurt, this is what makes it feel better.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about riding across the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. If we haven't met before, my name is Nick Saucier, and this is Bigfoot Motorcycle Adventures, where we talk about motorcycle camping, everything related to motorcycle camping, and also motorcycle camping gear. Now, this video, we're going to be talking about days 3 and 4 of my 8,400 mile, 23-day cross-country motorcycle camping trip. In this video, we're going to be highlighting riding through the tunnel of trees in the lower peninsula of Michigan, which was an okay ride, not the best one. It's not like a Tail of the Dragon or anything like that, but it was pretty scenic. Also gonna have some good GoPro footage of riding across the Mackinac Bridge, which is a massive suspension bridge that takes you from the lower peninsula of Michigan over into the upper peninsula of Michigan. And it goes over really the massive body of water where Lake Huron and Lake Michigan meet. First night I stayed at Pictured Rocks National Park, which was amazing. This is one of the most scenic parts of the entire trip. And then the second night I stayed in the Porcupine Mountains Wilderness, which is a Michigan state park. Now, while I was in the Porcupine Mountain Wilderness State Park, I did have some close encounters with some bears. I didn't get any pictures or video of footage of bears, but they were definitely there. It was so isolated, and it really taught me a lot about the pros and cons of being, completely away from loud RVs and, really knowing how to take care of yourself around say, large wild animals like bears. When I was out there in the wilderness, I did detail pretty thoroughly a lot of the motorcycle camping gear that I use as part of my trip. So I'm just gonna drop links down below to all of the gear that I use, and I'm just gonna put those in the description of all the videos for this trip specifically. So if you see anything in the video that you would be interested in for your own motorcycle camping, feel free to click on one of those. Also, really important, I would be so happy to answer any questions that you have about any of the gear that I used. If you'd like me to make a review video on the tent that I used, or the sleeping bag, or why I chose what I did, please, I do read all the comments and respond to all the comments on the channel, so reach out if you want to. Okay, so this is the tunnel of trees that I talked about earlier. You can see it's not super spectacular, at least not in terms of curves. It is very beautiful. That is the uppermost part of the lower peninsula of Michigan, on the west coast of the lower peninsula of Michigan. If you're interested in finding that, I think the time of year also had a little bit to do with it. As you can see, there's not a lot of foliage on the trees. I think there are a few points just like here where you can see the water, the lake. It's Lake Michigan out there, and so that was really nice. Okay, after the tunnel of trees, I came up to the base of the Mackinac Bridge and stopped at the Zips Harley Davidson. So I actually read a lot about this bridge before my trip, and folks were talking about how windy it was at the top, and then because it does have those grates, like you can see right there. Sometimes motorcyclists get a little tripped out by riding over those. I didn't have a big problem. It didn't seem to be too windy. There were a lot of big trucks, but all in all, it was just a very scenic, pretty cool bridge.
Greetings from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Check that out, man. That's the beach. Pretty sure that water's ice cold, but yeah, so I got up this morning and rolled out. I did the tunnel of trees. I ended up going like almost 150 miles without stopping, and pretty good ride. Had a good lunch. My leather jacket broke, the zipper broke. That's kind of bumming me out. It's gonna be kind of cold up here riding rest of the day. Tomorrow I'm headed to Pictured Rocks State Park, or National Park, to camp tonight, hopefully about 100 miles away. But anyway, this is the very northern part of Lake Michigan, and tonight I'll be camping on Lake Superior, and over the bridge coming into the Upper Peninsula, you could see, I don't know if that is one of the other lakes, Lake Ontario maybe, on the other side, or maybe Lake Huron. Yeah, probably Huron. So anyway, that's enough for now, but this is what this trip is about, or one of the things this trip's about is this kind of scenery, man. This is when my back starts to hurt, this is what makes it feel better. Peace. So yeah, that's Lake Superior, and that's where I'm camping tonight here, Pictured Rock National Park. There's a handful of people up here, but I kind of picked the site kind of away from everybody. I'm right on the edge of Lake Superior with all this beach down here. I mean, I really don't have any expectation that anything I see on this trip is going to get better than this right here. I mean, this is just absolutely incredible. I mean, that log right down there, that's probably where I'm gonna sit and have my coffee tomorrow morning. I mean, that is just nuts. There's even plenty of wood laying around, and this is free. I mean, it should cost like $10 or something like that, but the season doesn't start till next week, and so in the off season, it's there's no charge because they don't like maintain the place. Can't really see any from here, but there's actually quite a bit of snow still around. I mean, I guess they had like a foot of snow up here like a week ago, but then they just kind of went from winter to summer. We even have some vault restrooms over there and some bear-proof trash cans and stuff like that, so I don't really have to worry about a bear bag or anything. There's all kinds of wood laying around, so you can do a good fire. There's a nature trail right across the way there. I think I'll probably be able to get a good run in while I'm here. This is just epic. So, wow. All right. So this is some more Lake Superior at Pictured Rocks National Park. There's some stairs over there that come down from my campsite down to the beach here, where I am the only human being for miles and miles and miles. The sun's probably 30 minutes away from setting, so I gotta gather some firewood and whatnot and get ready for my fire. And just had some macaroni and cheese for dinner. That was pretty good. I tried so hard not to get sunburned, and apparently it didn't work, but I guess I look like a raccoon as usual when I come back. There's Lake Superior. This well, I only have 2 nights to compare, but this is going to be tough to beat. This is absolutely beautiful. So I'll try to take some pictures of the sunset from up at the top of the campsite. But anyway, guess I'll talk to you in the morning. Welcome to day 3. Lost my phone signal last night. Had it for a little while and then it went out, couldn't get it back, and I figured I'd ride out this morning and come 30 minutes down the road and upload my stuff from last night. And I'm in Munsing, Michigan, on my way to a big Harley dealer in Marquette. That'll be my big stop. I also overslept last night and had a bit of a sinus headache, so I was moving pretty slow this morning, but I don't even know if it's going to get better than that campsite last night. I'm headed to the Porcupine Wilderness mountain area, kind of on the Wisconsin-Michigan border area. There's a couple options, so I still don't have phone service, so while I'm making this video here, it's probably 200 miles out that way, but I can't. I love technology and all these apps and everything that are useful, but when you don't have phone service, they don't work. And I knew that going in, but still, you know, you take a lot of that stuff for granted. So anyway, this town is on Lake Superior, and I'm pretty much going to ride along Lake Superior, just taking my sweet ass time to Marquette, stopping at the scenic pull-outs and taking some pictures, and because that's what it's supposed to be all about, right? So anyway, day 3 is 30 miles underway. I am about 720 miles into this trip, so thanks for following along, and I'll upload some content probably in an hour or so when I get to Marquette. Peace. Hey, we're at the Porcupine Mountain Wilderness area, pretty far west in Michigan, close to the Wisconsin border. Kind of a cool thing. This is the Lost River Outpost, Lost Creek Outpost camping area. It's kind of a dispersed, primitive camping area. So it's actually kind of closed. I went and I caught one of the rangers at the park headquarters building, and I talked to him for a good while, and it's like, oh, the road's closed, so I'm gonna have to go find like a regular campground with RVs making all that noise and kids and teenagers blasting music. And then he said, hey man, well, the only reason the road's closed is because you know, it's got a couple potholes in it. And, you know, people coming through with their $50,000 RVs, you know, would get upset and everything. But he was like, yeah, he said, I'm the ranger on duty tonight. So he was like, I don't care if you go up there. And then it was going to be like $17. And he said that he wasn't, yeah, he said, don't even worry about that. So, so it's beautiful. The camp is just up the top. This is the creek. It's actually still pretty warm. I imagine it's going to get cold tonight and cold in the morning, but you know, I just kind of splashed some water on my face. Felt pretty good after riding all day. I'm almost at the 900 mile point. Today was a little bit shorter of a day, but stopped and talked to a old Vietnam vet for a while, and that was pretty good. Talked to this guy on the side of the road for like an hour. But anyway, I'll probably just take some pictures up at the campsite, maybe another video in a bit. But yeah, this looks like this is gonna work out. I have my bear spray, and I'll have to do a bear bag. But you know, I got my knife and my bear spray can at the ready. So, but I've talked to everybody about the bears. They say the bears are way more afraid of you than, you know, you are them. It's not like grizzly bears up in Alaska or Yellowstone or some shit. These are black bears that, you know, it'll be all right. So anyway, that's all for now. It was into day 3. So thanks for following along. Hey, it's me again. Last video for day 3, and this is going to be a little bit longer one, but since I kind of got set up and got some time to spare before it gets dark, I want to kind of you know, one, show you the site. Again, this is the Lost Creek Outpost campsite, kind of off the grid here in the Porcupine Mountain Wilderness. You can see I got the Red Bear's tent. I may or may not actually seal the bike up in there tonight like I did before. That's kind of one of my emergency plans of action if there is a bear, is to start the bike, and that should scare it off. I got my zero degree rated sleeping bag and a thermal air mattress right there. I love that. I hate to get out of it in the mornings. It's really nice. Thinking about sleeping with the just the net or whatever tonight, let some of the fresh mountain air in. These are more like hills really, by the way, but kind of like mountains. I got a fire going. It's kind of a sloppy fire, but just trying to get some stuff to catch that was already here before. So anyway, my gear, I got these like inflatable solar lights. They do really well. I hang them off the back of the bike during the day and they charge right up. One of them even has a USB port, so you can plug things in and charge it. This bag right here that I'm about to move because it's getting ash from the fire sits on top of my trunk basically, and it's got like where I keep my bug spray and sunscreen, and really just my chaps, heated gear, my Atlas, and some hats, gloves, stuff like that is in there. Then I have this waterproof 90-liter bag. It's got my rocking chair in it, my leather jacket that broke, cable lock, a few other things. And I have this is the bag the tent was in. I put my toothpaste, food, all that stuff in there, and I'm gonna go hang that, or I might actually keep that in that bathroom over there. And then this bag here, I basically keep my my clothes in there, and then all these side pockets and everything. I you know, keep little odds and ends like chapstick and stuff like that I might need during the day. I run with a lot of water. I got these two old Vietnam style canteens hanging off of this bag, and then I got that huge Arctic container, and then I set my kitchen up over here, a little bit different than how I do things usually, but since there's nobody here, I use this other table, and so I fill that Stanley water bottle up. Then I got some Stanley cooking utensils. This is the Mountain Home lasagna I had for dinner. It was delicious. A jet boil stove and some utensils and stuff, and that's really all I got. I mean, yeah, I got some luxury items or whatever, but the most weight I'm carrying is warm dry gear to put on and water. So, you know, I don't know that like water's a luxury item or proper riding gear when you're coming through anything from, I mean, the first day or morning of the second day, it was down in the low 40s all the way to when I go across West Texas. I'm sure it'll be, or North Arizona, South Arizona, it's going to be, you know, in the 90s probably. So anyway, that's kind of my setup. Didn't really talk about the bike a whole lot, but I run with the extra gallon of gas. I got tools. I got my rain gear. And then I have that bag on the tank there that I can put a map in for the day. And then, you know, my GoPro and the handlebars and stuff like that. The GoPro videos, by the way, are super hard to, they're just much bigger files. So usually it takes me a little bit longer to get those updated. So if you look at the pictures and videos that come from my phone, the next time you look, there might be some new videos from the GoPro. I really got to be in a town that has like pretty good 4G or something like that to be able to do that. So anyway, all right, this has been a 4-minute video, so I'll go ahead and shut up, and we'll holler at you tomorrow.